Hello everyone, this is Fi. Today we're checking out Cult of Damaskus. This is a game I've not played before. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I've got the game page open here. It says, still missing a ton of art assets, but please enjoy. WASD to move, mouse to look, left click to shoot, E to activate doors, 1, 2, 3, 4 for weapons, and 5 secrets to find. So I have not played this before. We're going to go into this blind. Let's get rid of the overlay and see what we can see. We've got the opening menu here. Let's go ahead and click on options. We got mouse sensitivity. That's great to see. We got some volume settings. The music is... I think it's okay in terms of volume. I'm not really sure exactly, but doesn't seem obviously too loud, but hopefully you can hear me okay. I guess we just click on start button. Like to see, specifically for like FPS in particular, I like to see VSync options. It's really important for, well, two things, VSync and also an option for exclusive full screen mode, which currently this is in borderless windowed mode. And the reasoning for that is that without exclusive full screen mode and an option to turn off VSync, VSync is always going to be enabled, which means we're going to get reduced input latency. That's certainly how it works on Windows 7. So yeah, so we get a little bit of input latency for the aiming, which makes it a lot harder to be accurate and fast with the aiming. I'm not sure how... Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, the kitten here got a new toy recently. It's unfortunately a bit noisy. Hopefully that doesn't drive you crazy, but yeah, do your part, press E to open doors. Alright, neither of these look like doors to me, but I guess they are, okay. Maybe this is one of the art assets that we're missing. So I saw a brief flash of red. Okay, this guy's shooting... Alright. Feels very retro. Oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna, just a second, I'm gonna actually take that toy away from him. Alright, sorry about that. He has plenty of other toys to play with, but yeah, so this guy was shooting at me. It was like a big spray of bullets, which is sort of a tricky attack in terms of I'm not sure how possible it is to dodge that at this point. I guess we might see in the future, but I did notice the bullets themselves are extremely hard to see, like super tiny little red dots. I think you're gonna want to make those like dramatically more visible to the player probably. But I like the feeling of, do we have, wait, looking at the bottom, health, armor, weapons, ammo, keys, secrets. So we have ammo. I don't think there's reloading. Hitting the R key, nothing's happening. I would like to see reloading, I think. Oh, there's also no jumping. Interesting. Well, for me personally, I think reloading is like one of the best parts of the FPS games. The feeling of it is really nice, but also I think it does a really good job of kind of breaking up the pacing. So I think that's a good thing to add. It's really simple and it just feels good, and yeah, it does a lot to adjust the pacing of things. You have all these moments you have to like stop and like hide behind a wall or something and try to like shove the bullets in your gun, and it feels really good. I guess that's the dead guy for a bit while I was talking. I thought that was like something I was supposed to pick up. I forgot that was a guy there. It looks like we got some buttons. Do your part, press E. I guess there's a lever. It kind of blends in, but I think again it's missing some textures there. Press E to flip switches. No access for demo day. So the sensitivity for myself is reasonable at the current setting. I wonder where the other switches are here. Yeah, so it's weird that I don't have a jump. Maybe that's just not implemented yet or something. It's hard to imagine playing an FPS game without being able to jump. I also like to crouch. I know it's not necessary for all games, but I think for first-person controls, is that a door? I guess not. I think for first-person controls, it just feels really natural to be able to crouch. Maybe it is the keys. No, I don't think so. And yeah, when, like, especially when you have these like little ledges and stuff that you run into, it's like I just want to jump over that. That's a lot. Whoa, can I go in through here? Oh, that's why. Okay, so I'm thinking like I need to find the rest of these switches. For some reason, it didn't really occur to me that this one might be open. You might want to do. I know you don't have like textures on the doors and stuff, from what I can tell, but it would probably be nice if you put some kind of visual indication on the door themselves, like if they're locked or not. That'll help the player to kind of register in their head that, okay, that's a door I can go through, versus, you know, one I can't, because that makes it really obvious, like, where to go next, you know? Are you bad guys? I think you're bad guys, right? But you don't notice me? What the hell is going on? Can I talk to you? What? Well, we're supposed to have different weapons, right? Oh. The weapon switching is super slow. So the 1 key brings up the bomb energy. And then 2, 3, and 4, I guess. You only have a pistol for now or something? This is ammo 0. Like, I don't want, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, so, I don't really get it. It looks like some kind of shotgun. The little bullet, excuse me, the bullet trails, what I assume their bullet trails are like super tiny. They're very hard to see. Once again, you probably want to make that more visible. Yeah, it's kind of weird how this has no ammo. I don't know if it's just like a... I don't know, is this for super close range? Like, instead of having a melee attack or something? I don't really know what this is, but it does seem like I spooked the guys in the room here, which is interesting. I mean, I could just walk in there. I'm not sure if they're meant to aggro for any other reason, but I also, like, I didn't shoot at them, so it's kind of a little bit annoying, because I kind of came in here and I shot it like over here, and then they all got scared and started like attacking me. Looks like we got some ammo. So yeah, it's interesting to have enemies that can be aggroed or not, and in this case, I guess they would have just let me alone if I didn't run in and start shooting them like a spaz, you know? Except for this. Oh. So this guy actually aggroed for me just like running in front of him, which is interesting, because the other guys didn't. Oh, what was that? Oh, hello. I do... I do like how they have an audio cue when they do aggro. That adds a lot, especially because you can hear what direction they're in. That's very nice. Okay, I can't jump. Oop, I'm hearing doors creaking. What are these masks? I don't know what these masks are. I'm just like picking them up and something is happening. Can I get like a shotgun from you? Alright. Headshot is not one hit kill. I'm perfectly okay with that, although it is a little funny when you like point blank and you shoot them in the head and they don't die. It does feel a little funny. But I also think like headshots in FPS games are a little overdone sometimes. Like sometimes I just want to like just blast a giant collider instead of doing these like really fine pixel aiming sort of deal. So I picked up some masks. I did find a switch in there somewhere. So yeah, although I don't even know where was that switch. I'm kind of distracted. My memory's bad as it is. This was to open the door, wasn't it? Or was that was to do this? I think that's what it was. Okay, so although I'm kind of tasked with finding these switches to unlock the door, it's easy to kind of not associate this with the door properly. The way this is designed, it kind of works, because you open this up and you can kind of see that there's another thing, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. But I think it'd be nice to have a little bit of feedback of some sort, like when you activate a switch, because after you've kind of gone way out here somewhere else and you just find like a random switch. It might be nice if like you hit this and it says like just like a little text pop up. It could say like lock 2 of 3 released or something like that, you know. So it kind of you get the feedback when you hit the switch, like, okay, I hit a switch and it tells you what actually happened because of it. So you can like properly associate the switch with the action that it's performing here. That being said, all right, this is a very young cat. He's a bit rambunctious. He's actually on the microphone stand right now. I apologize for that. Oh, I guess this place opened up. I don't know when this happened and why. So this is something you might... It's possible I missed it when I was talking and being distracted, but generally if you want to like add a change like that, you want to make sure the player sees it. Like when I walk in this room, it would show some kind of obvious animation or something. When I look at this, I don't know, something to make it really obvious that like a really important change has happened. It's helpful. I like how they didn't have the gun out yet. Keep hitting the R key instinctively. Looks like we got a shotgun finally, which is on 3, it looks like. Yeah, so obviously this is an early version of the game, but you might want to have like a little pop-up or something that says like press 3 to take out the shotgun. That'll probably be nice, just to teach the player the controls. Yeah. Wow, that has a lot of kick on it where it like throws the screen back. That's quite disorienting. I'm not sure like what the... Yeah, I could see like little lines. Wow. I could see just a faint hint of like the little lines coming out from the bullet trails that are barely visible once again, but I can't really... Oh my gosh, I don't have any ammo. I'm like, why is it taking so long to shoot again? Yeah, so I'm trying to do these like quick flicks to like blast somebody in close range is really hard because of the VSync. It adds a lot of that latency that I mentioned. So the cat's on the microphone stand again. Can you please stop? Stop. Sorry about that. So, wow. What? Okay, I'm get down. I don't know how I got in here. Is this supposed to be one of the secrets? It says secrets 2 out of 5 in the bottom there. I don't remember finding the first one. I also don't know how I got in here. Oh, I guess there's... Okay, that was very disorienting. I thought I just like teleported in here or something. Oh, this cat is being a pain. He's not usually such a handful, but sometimes he is. All right, so I died. Yeah, so I looks like we're starting over from the start, the beginning. Yeah, I don't really know how to avoid that damage there. I guess if I stood further back, it would be more likely to, but that's not very fun to like... It's not really nice when you have an enemy where the only thing you can do is like run backwards to try to put so much space between them that you can go between the bullets, that kind of thing. It's, in my opinion, it's a lot more fun if you could just like run at them and be aggressive and you know, do other things to avoid the damage. But yeah, so the shotgun, I'm not sure how big the spread is what I was trying to get to say. What is this? I can't jump. Feels really quite awkward not being able to do that. Oh, that's another thing right there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just environment art or whatever. I think these guys will just leave me alone. Kind of like that. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to reasonably and consistently avoid damage from these guys. So it does take a little bit of time to kill them, and the weapon just throws out like a big spray. Yeah, I have no idea what those masks are. There's a seam on the wall here. Is this another one of those secrets? I guess not. Interesting. Alright. So I think I see. Okay, okay, I see what's going on. So, all right, interesting. So if I'm not mistaken, when you throw the switch, it opens this door, it unlocks one of these, and it opens this door. So it's a little weird because you don't generally associate switches with like a bunch of different things. It's usually like the switch does one thing, something like that. So I think the first time I threw this, it's like the immediate association, of course, is with this door right here, because that's what you see. And then I think a little later I was like, oh, there's another one of these lit, and then I had to kind of think like why that was. But of course I remembered that I was supposed to be looking for switches like this, so I kind of figured that out. But I don't think I even saw this the first time, or maybe I was distracted or whatever. That animation where this happens is really easy to miss because, for one thing, I'm in here. Another thing, even if I come in here, maybe I'm like looking over here, you know. Although there was some audio, I guess, associated with it, but this can be a little tricky. So I'm not sure. Maybe there's you could put like some kind of mechanism out here or something. Maybe, I don't know, that you could activate to see this happen. I don't know. Maybe there's some way that you can have one or two less things associated with the switch here. Again, I think that little text pop-up would help a lot, but then maybe there's something else that could activate this. I don't know how to do that exactly. There's potential for different things, but ouch, they don't take too long to shoot you. Thought I could run in and grab it and get out. That is such a giant spray. I can't really tell what weapon they have. I don't really have enough detail in like at range like this to really figure that out. And again, I can't really like see the bullets coming or anything to... Wait, Wyatt? I just noticed for the first time the lines coming out of the pistol here, they just kind of go in all directions. Is that actually bullet trails, or is that just supposed to be like a weird muzzle flash or something? Is that working correctly? Yes, it is. So maybe that's just some weird muzzle flash. Alright, well, I'm assuming it doesn't shoot a giant spray like that, and that's just a visual flare thing. But yeah, like the whole damage avoidance issue, that's kind of one of those tricky things in FPS games. Like, how do you deal with the issue of if I can shoot them, they can shoot me? Most people can't dodge bullets, so it would be a little hard to... I mean, it can be hard to do that kind of thing. Like, you know, you get in something like a 2D action game like Mega Man or something, you're going to be like watching for these attacks and like actually dodging the projectiles and such so that you can avoid taking damage, so that you can play more optimally and be good at the game. Whereas in FPS games, especially when you have things like hit scan, weapons and stuff like that, it's not necessarily an option to do things that way. So it brings up the other question, like, what do you do to let the player avoid taking damage in order to stay alive and play more optimally? So it did look like it was possible to hide behind the wall here before that guy shot at me. There's a lot of inertia on the movement, which is sort of typical of you know, the old Doom-esque style. But if you do want to have this kind of thing where you're kind of hiding behind the walls to avoid damage, if you want that to be kind of a core mechanic or whatever, you might consider lowering the inertia a little bit so that I get a little bit more responsiveness out of changing directions here. Also, doesn't help that there's that VSync issue where you get a little bit of input latency, but for the most part, I think that's the inertia. Because I can't really make like a quick movement to get behind the wall. It takes a little bit for my guy to make that motion. I want that to be possible, to like run in there and then get out without... Alright, so I'm not sure if I take less damage like running backwards, but I really don't know how to like avoid the damage from these guys shooting at me. Oh my gosh, okay, I think he's gonna take one more. I should use this probably. Oh, my health is down to 41. I don't know Looks like I can kill that guy in one shot from like, oh, quite a distance. So I don't even know if this has like spread at all. I mean, wow, okay. I think he might have been behind me a little bit. I didn't actually see this guy at all. I was kind of moving around a little bit sporadically, but it still didn't like avoid any damage from him attacking me. So it's a little bit frustrating because most games, at the very least, if you're like moving around crazy, you have some kind of a chance of the guy like missing you, you know? Like you can at least avoid a little bit like that, but in this case it just felt like I couldn't really do anything. I was just at the mercy of him killing me. So yeah, on the topic of damage avoidance, I guess the most fundamental and obvious way to deal with that in an FPS game is the simple idea that if you kill the other guy before they shoot you, then you won't take any damage, right? Whoops. That aiming's a little hard. Oh, hello. Which is perfectly valid, but it's also kind of limited. I mean, in terms of like this game. Oh my gosh, that guy shot pretty fast. Yeah, so like the time to kill is not. I mean, with the pistol specifically, it takes a little bit to get those 3 bullets into somebody, especially if you happen to miss a shot or something. There's a little bit of time there where you are. Actually, I want to check these walls now. You are waiting for the enemy to die, you know, for your... What was that? What is that sound? Okay, I guess there's some kind of weird trigger over here that opens that. I don't know what that is. I still don't... Maybe that's armor? I have 91 armor. I don't know, but yeah, so there's a little bit of time that it takes to kill somebody, so you have to deal with that issue that they're going to shoot back at you, and then like what do you do at that point? I guess that's the question that I think you should be asking as a developer, like how does the player avoid the damage there? And like I said before, I did figure out that you could kind of peek out from the wall a little bit, and that seemed to work somewhat, but that also seems like a limited solution. Like maybe you just need a few different things, like enough to cover all the bases or something. But yeah, I'm not. It's been a long time since I've actually played like a really retro shooter like Doom or whatever, like many years. So I'm not sure how they do it in that game exactly. Probably do have a lot of peeking and stuff. But yeah, it's a bit annoying, especially when you have enemies that you haven't even seen yet, that you just like walk around a corner and like all of a sudden you're taking damage. That was mercifully, he didn't see me and shoot at me for some reason, or he was stuck doing something. I don't know, but yeah, I think especially these enemies that have like these big spread weapons, kind of problematic. You know, they just shoot this giant spray at you that you can't really get around. Like if I just walk in here and there's some guy back in the corner here and he just shoots this giant spray at me when I don't even know he's there, it's like, how am I possibly going to avoid that? The game doesn't really give me that opportunity unless maybe I have like foresight of you know, the layout of the level before I go in there. What the heck is that? No. Oh, that he shoots weird things. All right, what is this? All right. So those look like projectiles you might be able to avoid, like just with basic movement. But yeah, you might want to play with things like you know, things like delay, adding a little bit extra delays in the reaction times of the enemies. Maybe you want to do a little bit more with their kind of announcing themselves. Like I noticed that kind of nice detail from before where the guy would kind of yell when you startle him. He's like, oh my gosh, there's a guy here, and then he'd like pull out his gun, and there's you get this nice audio feedback, and you know, that little bit of time before he starts shooting at you, and it kind of feels really good because you have this little moment where you can react to him, like, oh, there's a guy there and I can blast him, and He doesn't just start laying into you immediately, instantaneously. So I think, you know, some of these situations where I'm like running into a room and suddenly I'm taking shots, it's kind of like that's not happening this time for some reason. I don't know. You might want to just focus more on that kind of concept. Maybe you can make them take a little bit longer. You can do things with the enemy accuracy. It's maybe a little weird in like a retro game like this to have like accuracy and the enemy AI and stuff, but I think it just makes sense, you know, again with that issue of damage avoidance. Like, what was that? Whoa, that's a big guy. I don't know what he said, but it was kind of funny sounding. Some kind of bullets there. I couldn't really tell what that was actually. Alright, suddenly we're in like a literal maze. Oh, what is he saying? What? Oh crap. Ah, VSync, come on. Yeah, I mean, the way it throws the camera back is a little bit disorienting. What? Oh, I don't... Yeah, and I'm not getting any feedback when I run out of ammo, so that's kind of throwing me off. Does this shoot? Wow, he shot me a lot quicker than I expected there. Right when I went around the corner. So yeah, it's a little weird when like you try and like run around the corner and shoot a guy real quick, but like he shoots you before you could get your shot off. And those things where it's like maybe should be a little bit more forgiving for the player. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was wondering if the shotgun ammo goes down by more than one every shot. I'm not really sure now. I think you just run into the corner back here. For some reason that triggers this. Let me get that. Let me get these guys. So sometimes they do take 2 shots. I'm not sure what that's about. Alright, not very accurate. Oh, maybe they all got aggroed simultaneously when I walked in there. Maybe that's why when I walked around this corner, like I didn't hear anything from those guys. Maybe that's why. Kind of makes sense. Maybe they should just, I don't know, maybe make a little bit more sound more regularly or something. I'm not sure, but. Yeah, I'm not sure why sometimes they take 2 pistol shots and sometimes they take 3. Any weird triggers around here? I don't know. Oh, there was that spot. I don't remember where that was now. In the wall. Oh, it's right here. Hello, got some shotgun ammo. Let's try that out. Oh, okay, it goes down by 2. That makes sense, but I didn't realize. So I thought I had more shots before when I just suddenly ran out of shotgun ammo. I think I might have a little bit of a spread, but it's not like a really super up close shotgun like most of the contemporary games do. I don't know. Something hit me like immediately when I went in there. Ah, a key. Interesting. So yeah, oh my gosh, I couldn't tell if that guy was alive or not. I'm guessing the game probably expects me to do a lot of this peeking. on the corners like I have been. Oh. Surprised he hasn't actually hit me. Oh, I'm out of ammo again. Interesting how he couldn't hit me, because I was quite close to him and he was shooting quite a bit. I was kind of wiggling around, but... Wait, I think I picked up... Alright, I picked up a little bit of shotgun ammo, and then I have this thing now. I have a key. Oh, there's some... For some reason, I didn't think those projectiles were really going to hit me. It looked like they were going at my feet or something. It was sort of strange. Oh, kitten's being naughty. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they kind of are. I think you would expect them to kind of go towards the camera, maybe more or less. What do these say? Okay, we've got keys. Remember, doors are color-coded. Can't read. Keys too complicated. Press E on me. Alright. I don't think that actually... I don't think it actually helps, but... it's kind of funny, I guess. But we have the key to this. Okay, so we have to press the door twice, which is a little weird. Like all we got was like a little sound effect, and you know it's not the hardest thing in the world to figure out, but maybe it would have been nice if it just opened immediately. Might be nice if these guys have a little telegraph before they shoot. There's a lot of time in between their shots, but when they do shoot, it just kind of happens instantly. It might be nice if they did like a little flash effect or something. It's like, oh, the bullet's about to come out, and I can kind of move out of the way or whatever. Alright, getting a little stuck on these boxes. I don't think these should have collision like this. I guess you just scale down the bigger boxes and they just automatically add collision, but yeah, something that's small, I don't want to like run into this, especially when I'm trying to run and gun and... Hello? You don't mind my presence? Oh. What the heck? Why? If you're stuck in a jail cell and I open the cell door for you, why would you just like pull out a gun on me? I don't understand. I don't get it, but that's okay. Oh, there's a little half of a mask thing. I'm guessing maybe that... Oh. I don't even know where I am. I'm all mixed up here. Oh, aiming's kind of bad. Alright. Oh, what the heck? I don't know where I am. What this? Oh, out of ammo. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's really hard to aim with the V-Sync. Oh no! Out of health. Alright, that's too bad. Yeah, so it's a bit... So that took 5 shots. I'm not sure if the damage scales at range. Maybe that's why sometimes they take different amounts of shots. It's kind of weird in my opinion to have that big of a difference in the damage output. I kind of wonder if maybe it should just be kind of equalized, like if you can hit them at range. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate to have to go like all the way back at the start. Obviously, it's, you know, with a work in progress game. You don't necessarily have checkpoints and stuff. It'd be nice to have some kind of checkpoints that would not force me to go all the way back like this. But apart from that, I mean, again, with like the damage avoidance, I think the peeking around the corners is probably the best I can do, and could probably get further if I be really kind of careful about doing that as consistently as possible, and especially, you know, having foreknowledge of the layout of the levels and where the enemies are going to be and stuff, that kind of thing would obviously help a lot with playing. But in my opinion, it's better to design a game like this so that it can be played kind of, you know, you can successfully play it without having that foreknowledge. to do that kind of thing. But yeah, it is hard to consistently avoid the damage. Oh my gosh, I can freaking hit that guy. So yeah, without having just like health packs everywhere and that kind of thing, it's a bit you know, annoying to play in the level for that long, and then eventually just some random thing hits you and you finally die, and it's like you have to start all over again. So yeah, you can put more health packs around. You could, I don't know if there's better ways for the damage avoidance issue to be addressed. Oops. I shouldn't rely on my aim so much. I think with the input delay and everything, I think the play is to be more careful here. It's just kind of unfortunate because this kind of game you really want to like not be careful. You know, it's just more fun to be kind of crazy and fast and that kind of thing. And I can't really do that right now because the aim just isn't there. And yeah, I think that guy hit me. I couldn't really tell actually. I think maybe the feedback for when you take damage could be a little bit better. A little bit more obvious than it is maybe. There's more shotgun ammo in here. See, this is a lot more fun to be like hyper aggressive in my opinion. But yeah, I'm taking tons of damage. I'm almost dead because I just like it's not really possible to avoid the damage when playing like that. Oh gosh, I bumped into this wall. Trying to peek here. I still got hit by that. I was trying to move. I had to move kind of diagonally. So yeah, I think if you could figure out a way, and this is just my opinion in terms of the way I want to play the game, if you could figure out a way to make it so that you could avoid damage while playing like more aggressive like this, without having to just rely on this really careful sort of style of play where you're peeking around the edges constantly, I think that would be a lot more fun. As it is, it seems like I'm just gonna like die really fast as soon as I start trying to play like that instead of playing extremely careful. So yeah, I think that would be the biggest point of feedback I would give you, or suggestion. Apart from that, I mean, it's really quite satisfying so far. I know it's very simple and retro, but I think this is a style of play that's always going to feel good. And yeah, the weapons are really satisfying and everything, so it's definitely enjoyable. I think being able to feel a little bit more successful at it would go a long way, instead of necessarily dying so much when I have to go all the way back to the beginning again. It really puts a damper on the fun here. So yeah, this would be a cool one to see where this goes and everything. I'm sure a lot of people will like this if you put out a finished and polished version of it. So hopefully this video was useful for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.